Long ago, in a land filled with deserts, mountains, and ancient kingdoms, a man appeared whose words would change the world forever. His name was Jesus Christ. People saw him as a teacher. Some believed he was a prophet, others believed he was the Son of God. But one thing was certain: wherever he went, mysteries followed. Jesus often spoke about the world and humanity. He said, "Love one another as I have loved you." He taught people to forgive their enemies, help the poor, and remain faithful even during suffering. But what made people wonder was not only what he said, it was what happened after he said it. The first mystery: water turned into wine. One day, Jesus attended a wedding in a village called Cana. The celebration was joyful, but suddenly a problem arose. The hosts had run out of wine. In those times, this would have brought great shame to the family. Jesus calmly asked servants to fill large stone jars with water. The servants obeyed. Moments later, when the water was poured out, it had become rich, delicious wine. The guests were amazed. No one could explain how ordinary water had transformed into something entirely different. This became known as Jesus' first miracle. The second mystery: walking on water months. Later, his disciples were crossing a lake during a violent storm. Dark clouds covered the sky, powerful winds shook their boat. Then, through the rain and darkness, they saw a figure approaching. At first, they thought it was a ghost, but it was Jesus. He was walking across the surface of the water as if it were solid ground. Fear turned into astonishment. The storm eventually calmed, but the image of a man walking on water remained one of history's greatest mysteries. The third mystery: feeding thousands. A huge crowd followed Jesus into a remote area. Thousands of people listened to his teachings all day. As evening approached, there was almost no food. Only 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish could be found. Yet Jesus blessed the food and asked it to be distributed. The impossible happened. Everyone ate, not hundreds, thousands, and afterward, baskets of food still remained. People whispered among themselves, "Who is this man?" The fourth mystery: healing the sick. Wherever Jesus traveled, people brought the sick to him. The blind claimed they could see again. The crippled said they could walk. Those suffering from terrible diseases reported being healed. Crowds gathered from distant regions hoping to witness another miracle. Some believed these healings proved divine power. Others searched for ordinary explanations. The mystery remains discussed even today. The greatest mystery: raising Lazarus. Perhaps the most astonishing event involved a man named Lazarus. Lazarus had died and been buried for 4 days. His family was grieving. People had already accepted that nothing could be done. Jesus arrived and stood before the tomb. Then he called out, "Lazarus, come out!" According to the accounts, the stone was rolled away, and Lazarus walked out alive. The crowd was stunned. Some fell to their knees. Others ran to tell everyone what they had seen. The final mystery. Jesus taught that the world was not only about power, wealth, or success. He said that love, faith, mercy, and truth were greater than anything else. Eventually, he was arrested and crucified. Many believed his story had ended. But according to Christian belief, 3 days later, Jesus rose from the dead. This became the greatest mystery and the foundation of Christianity. For over 2,000 years, people have debated his miracles, studied his teachings, and searched for answers. Was he simply a remarkable teacher, a prophet, or something far greater? No matter what one believes, the story of Jesus remains one of the most mysterious and influential stories ever told. And perhaps the greatest mystery is why his words still inspire billions of people across the world today. Love one another. A simple message, yet powerful enough to echo through history forever. Thinking, what do you think was Jesus' greatest miracle? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more mysterious stories from history and faith.